Welcome to Almost Timely News for the week of March 6th, 2022. What's on my mind this week? One of the most common sentiments during the Russian invasion of Ukraine for the people on the outside goes like this. This is a tweet from Sarah Gibbons. A photo of sunflowers in support of Ukraine. I know it's not much. I feel so powerless, but I hope some people in Ukraine see it and it helps a bit. Is this accurate? Are we really powerless? In one sense, perhaps. Very few people have the ability to mobilize a nation's military, right, beyond national leaders. So our ability to directly intervene is low. A few folks with prior military experience are headed over to Ukraine to fight against the Russian military, but for most of us, that's probably not realistic. So, is that it? Are we really so powerless? Well, of course not. But we're led to believe so, in part because we've forgotten what power is, right? Power is like energy. It comes in two flavors, potential and kinetic. Potential energy is stored up. It's potential not realized. Kinetic is energy in motion, unleashed, put to work. The same is true of our power as individuals. Most of the time, we're not using ours. We're not expressing ourselves, sharing our voice, doing, creating. Most of the time, we're passive. We're receiving, listening, consuming. Think about your relationship with content. How much content do you create versus how much content do you consume? We spend the vast majority of time consuming, of giving our attention, which is power itself, to someone else, instead of focusing on our power. Focusing our power on our creations and inspiring other people with our creations. The act of creation is an act of expressing your power, of turning potential into action. Even just writing a single tweet, as Sarah did, is an act of expression, putting your power to work. Here's an example. If you were suffering and someone posted a message in support of you, how would you feel? How would that make you feel? Even if you don't know the person, even if you didn't have a relationship with that person, just being seen, feeling seen can help. If you don't believe that, imagine the same suffering, but feeling alone and abandoned. The irony is that as marketers, we need people to express their power, and yet we do a pretty poor job of encouraging it, don't we? What does every social media newsfeed algorithm weight heavily? Engagement, likes, shares, comments. When someone comments, they express themselves. They express their power at least a tiny little bit. We need that for our social media channels to work. We need people to switch from being passive consumers, just scrolling with their thumb, right? To being active creators, even if the act of creation is just a little more than LOL, okay, on a post, right? That's still engagement. That's still a comment. But here's the antidote to that feeling of powerlessness. When you feel powerless in a situation, any situation, and you want that feeling to go away at least a little, create. Create something. Create anything. Write a song, paint a canvas, sing, write a paragraph, draw, dance, speak, express yourself. Bring what's inside your head out into the world in a tangible form so that other people can benefit from it, be it 5 people or 5 billion people. For people who are suffering, show them that you can see them, that you acknowledge them, that you fight for them in the best way you know how, and that will help them at least a little. And as you become a better creator, you'll attract an audience. Your self-expression will earn you the power of attention, of awareness, maybe even some fans. And then you use that power to do even more good in the world. All power begins with creation and self-expression. Take the time while you can to sharpen your skills and unleash that power within you. In the rest of the newsletter this week, if you missed it, I wrote a blog post earlier in the week on what you can do to help Ukraine. Some more ideas. We've got some good classes available. Fundamentals of Marketing Analytics, how to think about the new Google Analytics 4. All of those links are in the newsletter. Some new jobs this week: Growth Associate at Music Casa and Customer Success Manager at Analytica. So some good opportunities there for you to find some new digs if you're looking for them. In the advertisements, by the way, if you enjoyed this newsletter, you'll also enjoy Inbox Insights, the Trust Insights newsletter. Every Wednesday, Katie and I put together some new perspectives, fresh data that you won't find anywhere else, plus a roundup of the content we've made for the week, like podcast and our live stream. So go over to trustinsights.ai/newsletter and you can get signed up. Again, totally free, but if you like this newsletter, you'll probably like that one too. And in the news this week, Instagram says IGTV, gone. So for those folks who are putting IGTV on their content strategy for this year, save you some time. New content analytics coming from LinkedIn. How to do a content audit. You might be able to ignore some toxic links in SEO. Some new AI tips. And we have some new data science tools as well from via SiliconANGLE. We've also got a B2B webinar, a B2B marketing analytics webinar replay to check out, and some events coming up. Marketing Profs B2B Forum in April. I'll be speaking at that. MAYCON, which will be in Cleveland, Ohio in August. I'll be at that. And the Marketing Profs B2B Forum Fall Edition in October here in Boston. So very, very excited to be back on stage. If you've got an event that you would like to see me at, let the organizers know. There's a link in the newsletter as well. Thanks for tuning in this week. If you get a chance, please donate to the Ukraine Humanitarian Fund. You can find that at bank.gov.ua. You can find the funds there. You may need the English version of the site if you can't read Cyrillic, like I can't read Cyrillic. But they've got a new humanitarian fund specifically for relief efforts. So go check that out and donate if you can. Thanks for your attention, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.